So the total material cost is then 70.09 plus 7.1. So it will be how much? $77.1 per cubic meter. $77.1 per cubic meter. So that will be the total material cost. In this case, all the costs are daily costs. Okay. So all costs in this are daily costs because we have not been given any total quantity for the concreting. So all the costs are daily costs. And how about the labor cost? Okay, so what are the labor elements involved in here? A labor gang of one ganger and 5 labor. So the cost of uh, one one ganger is $78 per day. $78 per day, and plus how many laborers? Laborers, 5 laborers. So 5 times 72. So this will be how much? Can you see the whiteboard? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So it is $438 per day. $438 per day. Okay. So this is the labor cost is $438 per day. And then what will be the plant cost? So the plant not only includes the cost of the plant rental, but also the driver who is running the plant. So the cost of driver then will be included into the plant cost, not in the labor cost. So the plant cost will be what? One crane and 2 skips at $175 per day. So 175. Okay. And then the vibrator is $30 per day plus $30. And then the crane driver is $88. $88. Okay. So then it will be how much? If I use my calculator, so it will be 175 plus 30 plus 88 is $293 per day. $293 dollar per day. Okay. So it will be $293 per day. Okay. So these were the costs. Okay. So in this case, if for example, what has been said is that the average daily pour is 70 cubic meter of concrete. So what are the per cubic meter costs? Per cubic meter daily costs. So in this case, the labor cost is $438 per day. So per cubic meter daily cost will be 438 divided by 70. So it will be 438 divided by 70. It will be 6.26 per day. Okay, so $6.26 per day. Dollar per cubic meter. Okay, per day. And Therefore, uh, so it's $6.26 per cubic meter per day. And then over here in the cost of plant will be 293 divided by 70. So 293 divided by 70, it will be 4.19. So it will be 4.19 dollar. Okay. 4.19 dollar per cubic meter. So therefore, what is the total per cubic meter cost? So total per cubic meter cost will be the per cubic meter cost for the material, which is 6.26, and then plus 4.19, and then plus for material it is 77.1. So 6.26 plus 4.19 plus 77.1. So it will be 87.55. 87.55 dollar per cubic meter total cost. Okay. So in this way, you can solve this question. So do you have any question about this? Okay, so this was the problem number one. Next is this. Problem number two. So one problem I have solved it. The other problem I ask you to solve it. To solve. So maybe you can, if you can see it, can you see it well? Problem number two. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe you can try to solve it. So in this problem, you also have to find the labor cost, plant cost, and the total cost. But in this case, the total quantity has been given to you. Okay, total quantity of the concreting has been given to you. Uh, what you have to do is you have to calculate the total quantities and divide by the uh, number of units, and then find the per unit cost for concreting. So you have next 12 minutes to do this job. So maybe you can do it and tell me the answer, and then we will see whether it is correct or not. You may even tell me the original the individual answer. What is the individual labor cost? What is the plant cost? Okay. And in this case, in this problem, you also uh, have to do it for the time period which is given. So, for example, if you have to place the concrete, which is 11,250 cubic meter, and average rate of placing is 250 cubic meter per week. So then you can see that it is equivalent to 45 weeks of work. For this plant item, there are two cranes. So one of the crane will be used 100% of the time. The other crane will be only used 50% of the time. So when estimating the cost of these cranes, you have to consider this fact. So in this problem, in problem number two, uh, material cost is not given. So only the cost of placing the material, that is the cost of labor and the cost of equipment or plant has been asked. So then what is the cost of plant? Cost of labor and the total cost, of course, and the cost per cubic meter, total cost, and then the total cost per cubic meter, total cost per cubic meter. Are you doing it? So for example, okay,
Да, по классике.
Yes. So the cost of plant will be, then you can see that you can, it's not very difficult. So if you see that the cost per week is 800 for each of these plants. So one of the plant will be for 100% of the time. So that will be 800. The other plant will be 50% of the time. So maybe we can use it like 400. Okay. And then for these plants, what are these weekly costs? 22, but there are four of these plus times four. And then these are, dumper is 84. So how many of these are there? Five. And then the vibrators are 42 per week, and then there are six. And then this is the weekly cost, okay? And then if you multiply it by the number of weeks for it is needed, that is 45 weeks. So in this way, then you will get what answer? Can you tell me the answer? For the cost of labor, then what you have over here is a ganger cost is 390 per week, plus the labor cost is 360. But how many laborers are there? How many laborers? Four laborers. So times four. Okay. Any other thing? No. Okay. So 390 plus 360 by 4, and then for 45 weeks. So what that will be the cost of labor. So you can tell me now the calculated values. Okay, so what is this value? So this will be 88,200. Okay. And how about this, the last one? 390 plus 360 times 4 is equal to this, multiplied by 45. It is 82,350.
2,350, yes.
Yeah, 82,350. Okay. So, and then total will be, total cost will be 170 divided by 550. And the total cost per cubic meter 170 divided by 550. And the total is concreting is 11,250. 11,250 divided by 11,250. So it will be 170, 550 divided by 11,250. So it will be $15.16 per cubic meter. $15.16 per cubic meter. So finally, in the table, in this bill of quantity table, the rate will be 15.16. Okay, 15.16. Okay, so remember that for this item F723, only 35 cubic meter quantity is needed. Okay, so this 11,250 cubic meter, that is the total concreting needed on the job site. So that then in that case, of course, there will be several more other quantities, okay, for the concreting, and then their quantities and the rate will be applied. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then, okay, now it's the time to start the quiz. So then you can start the quiz.
Sorry, Professor.
Yes.
It's asking for password.
Yeah. So this is the password is 303 QZ5.